give us your best sort of tease into the end of the season, and also like how the season evolved, like as you guys had your plan at the beginning and where you're kind of taking it.
I mean, at the beginning, we had two agendas. We had Bruce Wayne really needs to confront his parents' death and where that leads him, and the rabbit hole we went down in the Court of Owls, which plays out completely at the end of the season, and then turns into something else. And then the other one was Enigma. Finally, right from the pilot to this point, we've been adding to him. He's been evolving gradually, whether it's wardrobe, hair, makeup, glasses, props, but more than anything, what Corey was really good at doing was body language. And you find this man's confidence, do you know what I mean? And his confidence to say, like so many villains in the DC canon, like, I shall not be ignored. I shall be brave enough to be more than human, you know. And that I think that's what the theme of the season was. It was like metamorphosis. Bruce Wayne is metamorphosizing into an adult now, and so is Enigma. It's just Enigma is more psychotic and violent.
All right, so let's talk about Ra's al Ghul and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
What is Gotham's take on them, and how are they different than what we've seen in the past?
Well, it's just it's a shame. We wanted Ra's to be really a big surprise, you know, because it's a great intro. But these things get out. But the idea of like, how does the journey with the Court of Owls end? With ancient mysticism, you know, they are such a political party, a Machiavellian, you know, like Borgia kind of world, that we wanted to go more mystic and go back centuries and talk about history and stuff like that, which is the next evolution of our villain, which is Ra's is really good for that. So that's where that comes in, and that really, the end of the season is about just when you thought you found the bottom of the rabbit hole, just when you know what's in the shadows, comes guys who live in the shadows. And
so tonally, I was telling Corey this. You're the one I should bring this up with. For the first 8 episodes, it seemed to go really dark and a little over the top dark. How do you balance that with shifting back to being, I don't want to say comedy, but
right.
Can you just talk about the tone of the show? Because the stuff with the Mad Hatter, I just thought was way too much.
Right. Yeah. No. The thing about it is, it's funny because we all feel like we're on that line, and when you read the scripts, you all feel like you're on the same page. You all feel like you're doing that. It's just a tiny little shove. When you're dealing with a world that you want to be real, but it's an alternative reality, it's lost in time, and you know, any little shove that way or that way takes you in. You know, it's really hard to tread that. It's been very hard to get writers who completely get that world, directors who get that world, and to get day players who can come in and play the scene with these guys who have really embraced the world as well. Just sometimes, if you have a dark scene with a director who's dark and a dark line in a dark world, just one little tip that way. And sometimes in the cutting room we've gone, ooh, whoa, you know. But it's weird. It's just like, it's like playing in a band and somebody just plays a riff along with you. They're playing exactly the same chords,
right,
but he plays it like Twiggy in Manson's band.
Because the first 2 seasons, I thought the balance was perfect, but with the Mad Hatter stuff, it was just kind of like, you know, a bit much for me.
Well, I think then we got it back again. I think we, you know, because I wrote that Mad Hatter episode, and it's kind of like, it was good to go down that path for a little while, because you know, when you think about what this guy does for a living, it's creepy as hell. But at the same time, that was definitely in the cutting room going, you know. And so hence you've got later on, you've got him, you know, using rhyme a lot more and being in a different balance. I think it's not like a movie where you can spend 6 months in the cutting room, 6 months writing, or 2 years writing. I mean, we write these things, and you know, it's barely dry, and people are saying it on set. And then the writer walks by a cutting room and they're saying his words in a scene, and it's been cut, and 2 weeks later it's on the air. I mean, so walking that thin line of what is Gotham only takes one little shove one way or the other, and the tone shifts.
Can you? What's next for Jerome?
Jerome? Oh, I don't know. He didn't die though, did he? I just can't get enough of Cameron. It was like what happened was I did an episode of. I wanted to do a comedy and said people didn't think I was funny, so. But John Wells did, and I said I like Shameless, and he said do an episode of Shameless. I did an episode of Shameless. I love that show and I love that cast. It's the only episode of something I've done where I haven't written it or done the pilot. And I met Cameron on that, and then I walked in and somebody said that they like this idea of this character from a circus. And I was like, dude, I know the guy. That's happened twice on this show for me. And Anthony, who plays Victor Zaz, is like, he was the other guy, Rose. I've got the guy.
Yeah.
I've got him. You know, that's a nice feeling.
Can you give us any Harley Quinn? Any Harley Quinn teasers?
I can't. All I can tell you is the great thing, the joy of working with Erin is the range. The reason we changed her character because we were like, we knew what she could do. We were like, we can't keep you in one place. You've got to keep evolving. So she's going to evolve again. That's all I can tell you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
London.
London.